How you doing, folks? It's Trenius and you're tuned into the infamous Living Realm Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're trying to do right. Guess what? We don't have no challenge this month. Don't it feel so good to kind of just be able to just carry on, just kind of let the mind be free for a month. Come on, guys. I know you love it. But anyway, still, make sure you speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a nice comment at the very bottom in the comment section if you have any questions about this video, or you may want to know more. You might want to ask other Realm team members who will be watching this video and leaving comments as well, about anything that you want to talk about being sad, because that's what we're about to talk about right about now, guys. So just tune in, put your thinking cap on, and let's roll. Let's get right down into it. So, how to stop from being sad? Ask yourself, why am I sad? Well, that's the question that we all ask ourselves, because we are all sad at some point throughout our day. I mean, I don't know one human being who has went through the day extremely happy every second of the day. I think that's nearly impossible. I don't want to say anything is impossible, because we know that nothing's impossible. However, that's a very challenging task to complete. I think that may be a challenge that we can include in the Living Room Network on down the line. Going through every day of the month, being extremely happy and not sad, not one time. That's crazy. I know, that's outlandish. So you might be a person that finds yourself sad, like me, like I used to be. But nowadays it's not as sad as I used to be. Nowadays it's kind of like a controlled sad. Like I know how to control it, and I don't know where you're at in your emotions and whatnot, but if you're a person that finds yourself sad all the time, I just want you to know it's not what's outside of you that's causing you to be sad. It's actually something inside of you that's making you feel down and out. It's making you feel like you're the victim. It's making you feel like they owe you something. It makes you feel like they're getting over on you. It makes you feel like you're not getting the most benefits. It makes you feel like you're not able to be the best person because they won't let you. Well, let me tell you this. Once upon a time, I used to be the person who was sad all the time. If you haven't watched other videos that I've made, you should go watch them, because I'm talking about how sad I used to be in some of those early videos I used to make. I used to find myself in the corners of rooms just crying. I would cry sometimes for an hour because I thought that the universe, the source or God, would send his angels to me, and they would give me a ham sandwich or a peanut butter sandwich or some Kool-Aid or some tea. I used to really think that something magical would happen if I played the sad role long enough. If I keep my lip poked out long enough, I just might get something for free. I can recall times where I was just laying on the floor, just completely empty of any energy to even speak. I remember I cried so much one time that I couldn't even cry anymore, and my body was completely numb. And I sat there in that state of feeling like a victim, because I thought, I don't know, somewhere in the imaginary consciousness, that something was gonna come and lend me a hand, or was gonna make up for all the wrong that was done to me. Oh my God, sad Trenius. But you know what? That day never came. Now, this is my experience. Now, your experience might be a little bit different, and that's why I highly advise you to speak up and let your voice be heard at the very bottom of the description section, because we can talk about this. Okay? I know some other Realm team members out there are dying to actually help another person, through this process, because I know some of you guys have probably conquered, being sad and whatnot. But anyway, so as I began to realize that nothing was happening, there was no angels coming out of the sky in the physical. They might have been there in the invisible realm, because they picked me up and said, hey, in my ear, you know what? You're gonna have to shape up and fly right. You're gonna have to shape up the inside of who you are as an individual. Because I know you've been feeling sad for so long. But I want to just tell you, this is the end of feeling sad. No longer can you feel sad and expect to earn any type of points. You know what? I was watching the game Sunday night, and you know how the Golden State Warriors got all their points over LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and them boys? Like, you know how they did it? Because they worked hard. They worked hard. They busted their butts, and they got out there and they played stone cold basketball. Now, I'm not a big fan of basketball, but I do like to watch the playoffs games, and I like to watch the championships, the Super Bowls and stuff like that. I like to watch when the teams are really fighting for it the most. I really like the real serious, the real intense games. That's just me. And I love the Golden State Warriors. Oh my God, I just love the way Steph Curry just shoots that shot so quick and it just drops. But you know how Steph Curry got to that point? Because once upon a time, and I'm going in a little bit off topic, but I want you basketball fans to know something. Once upon a time, you know, they used to foul Steph Curry like left and right, back to back. You know, and he kind of like, you know, hey man, why are they fouling me? Referee, please stop them from fouling me. But you know what? I noticed in his game, now he's to a point where if he gets fouled, he don't even really say anything about it. He just continues to play ball. And you know how another reason why the Golden State Warriors won that last game this past Sunday? Because on the other team, you had people like LeBron James, who was actually pouting and complaining and crying and playing a victim role about a foul when Golden State Warriors were already down the court on a fast break and ready to score a layup. And so points were being scored while people were complaining and murmuring. You know? So I said all that to say this. You're not going to get in. I'm going to be real cut and raw with y'all. You're not going to get anywhere complaining, whining, playing a victim role. The only way you're going to really not ever be sad is if you go on the inside, make yourself better. Then you will make other people's lives better. And then you will make the world a better place. See, when you begin to make yourself better on the inside with not being sad all the time, people will notice that because they'll be like, dang, they ain't complaining about my nonsense. Dang, they ain't mad about the thing that I did to them. I know it was wrong. I know I tried to get under your skin. I know I tried to make you feel lesser than me. But it just really amazed me and it tickles my fancy that you're not mad at me, that you're not sad because I want to hurt your feelings. But it doesn't work. So you know what? That making me think about myself. I should better myself in the way I treat you. Because I know I've been treating you wrong. Now, just look at me as the person who's making you sad. I know I've been treating you wrong. Wow. But look what it took for me to get to this point to where I'm helping myself out. You had to help yourself out. You had to help yourself out by saying, I'm not going to let it get to me anymore. I'm not going to play the victim role. I'm going to be the victor. And so when you became the victor, I looked at you as, you know, someone I looked up to because I wanted to be the victor also. That's why I was making you feel sad, because I wanted to be the victor. You know, I wanted to be the bigger person, you know, in our arguments. But now I'm looking at myself, and now I want to change myself because I know I was doing wrong all along. I just didn't know when you were going to wake up and realize that you were actually the bigger person. And then in return, we can have a nice relationship. In return, we can be great Rim team members. In return, we can accomplish things together as friends, as best friends. In return, we can accomplish things together as husband and wife. You know, I can actually go through my work life and get along with everybody at my job simply because I'm not letting anybody get to me. And I'm not playing a victim role, and I'm not playing a role of being sad and poking my lip out and feeling like somebody owes me something. Okay? So that's all it is, guys. If you want to keep from being sad, you have to just rise up. So you got to kind of rise up. You got to rise up. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to carry your cross. And you got to be the victor rather than being the victim. And then you will notice, like, wow, I'm not even the same person that I used to be. You know, I don't really let anything get to me anymore. It's just, God, I've grown up. People say that guy right there, he's a very, very mature young man. That girl right there, she is very business-like. She's very classy. You know, she has pride and she has dignity and she carries herself with so much integrity. You know why? Because you're not playing the victim role. And I could go on and on with this topic all night, guys, but I'm going to cut it short here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Trenius. This is the infamous Living Room Network. Speak up, let your voice be heard. Leave a nice comment at the very bottom of this video if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to talk about being sad and whatnot, and we can lend our hand how to help you. All kind of Rim team members. We got 700 something subscribers last time I checked. Also, Rim team members, if you watch this video, make sure you share it to your friends, okay? Because I'm pretty sure you weren't the only one that experienced sad moments in your life. So make sure that you share this video this time, guys. In the meantime, I'll see you next time. Peace.